Every hat I make, I consider a tribute to my parents and our community. My name is Rowell Concepcion, and I am the founder of Binata Millinery. Millinery is a craft of hat making, and Binata is a Tagalog word that means young man or bachelor in Filipino, but more broadly, it signifies a free spirit, and that's who I design for. Someone who isn't afraid to take risks. It certainly felt like a risk to start my own business during the pandemic, but my life was already changing in more ways than one. Both of my parents became very ill with COVID, and unfortunately, my father passed away in 2020. My dad was very practical and a hard worker. He always provided for us and encouraged me to follow my dreams and embrace who I am. After he died, I felt like I owed it to him to take that leap. As a child, I was always interested in art and creating, but I didn't realize a career in fashion was an option for me. When I was growing up, my parents were engineers, and that felt serious and secure, like a real career. But what I didn't know at the time was that they also had a business dedicated to their community back in the Philippines. It was their hope for me that I would continue that tradition of helping the people in their home province. When they told me that, my vision became clear. I would start my label here in this tiny apartment in Ridgewood, New York, with the goal of expanding to the Philippines to teach, train, and employ local artisans there. After my dad died, I felt like it was time to finally let go of all my self-doubt and put my creations out into the world. Within the first month of opening, pop star Janelle Monáe's team reached out to buy one of my hats. You can see it in her music video Turntables. Not long after that, Lady Gaga's team bought pieces from me. I actually thought it was a prank call and didn't answer until they finally left me a message. It was so surreal. I feel so proud to share this part of my culture with the world. The Philippines has contributed so much to the fashion industry, yet it's often overlooked. In millinery, many materials and techniques come from the Philippines. I remember my grandparents working on their farm, wearing their sun hats made from pineapple and banana fibers. I use those fibers now in my own work. My dad was more of a baseball hat guy, but I do have one of his barongs in my studio as a reminder of where I came from and what I'm working towards. Anyone can wear a hat. Fedoras are a good place to start. You just need to get used to the idea of wearing something different. When you're wearing a hat, people immediately notice you. You'll get compliments, and then you'll want more. When someone wears one of my hats, I want them to feel like they're walking around as their most authentic selves, but make it fashion. The fashion industry feels like it's set up for a few talented people to succeed, and everyone else is there to support that person. But I think that's wrong. Fashion is for everyone. It's for experimenting and trying new things. I have a lot of dreams. I want to work in film and television costuming. I want to create custom pieces for clients. I want to convert my mother's farm in the Philippines into a millinery studio. I just hope this all keeps growing. If my dad was alive and I told him Lady Gaga bought my hats, he would say, "I'm so proud." I'm Rowell Concepcion of Binata Millinery, and you can shop my hats and many more on soon.